Hi everyone, welcome to my room from a different view. Uh, Today is my hands. Zometa side effects continued, which is insane because it's freaking Tuesday and my Zometa was on Wednesday of last week. And like, it's been almost a week of side effects and I'm laughing in like mockery right now because I just like seriously every fucking every fucking symptom that was on there like is happening, and my patience is like down to nothing. So I'm wearing this my holiday antlers to try to be cheery and remember it's like supposed to be festive because Christmas is on Saturday and it's Tuesday, and this Zometa shit is making me slow down stuff. Maybe that's the life lesson that I'm supposed to share with all of you about the true meaning of Christmas. And the irony of like me vlogging here, where like I have my my laptop in front of me and my other monitor above me, and this is like my workstation where I'm sitting at right now throughout the pandemic. And whenever we had Zooms, which was like all the time, I would always have them from here. And I made those pictures over there over the course of like a year, I think. So I'd have a pretty backdrop, and you can see my Wonder Woman on the side and my trophy on the side, and my disaster of a bed doesn't look as disastrous. Anyway, I want to fill you in on the side effects and what's been going on, because Jesus, it's Tuesday, and it's like every day is a new fucking adventure with like what the hell's going on. So, yeah, so it's Tuesday morning. I had my Zometa infusion over the course of an hour, not even 15 minutes. I had it over an hour, which was supposed to make the side effects not as bad. So Lord knows the fuck it would have been like if I had done it over 15 minutes and not over the hour. God. I filled you in about, you know, the fever and all that other kind of stuff. You can look or watch details about that in the other vlogs. But from that part, what I can recall, you know, I had a high fever. For me, high, it was 102.5. Pretty much hovered around like 102 when I had my fever. The chills, which aren't just like, ooh, I'm chilly. That's not the chills. For me, the chills for me is like there's 4 blankets on my bed. Me covered up, wearing socks. I'm still wearing socks. And you know, like with the hot flashes with the tamoxifen, I've been like hot a lot. And now for me to be like wearing mittens and socks all the time, like I don't wear socks to sleep, but it's the only way I can like sleep comfortably to be warm. I still have been so cold. I don't, the first thing I noticed was the blue, my lips were blue on, I can't keep track of whatever days. One of the first things I noticed besides being tired was that my lips were blue. The bottom one was like purple and the top had like blue around the outside. My hands are like shit fucking tingly. There's probably going to be a lot of obscenities today. I'm just like, what the fuck? I feel like I broke. I feel like I jammed like all of my fingers. That's what I feel like right now. And I took 2 Motrin, which I never take Motrin. And I have this, somebody gave me this CBD Bomb, body balm. Somebody got this for me at Whole Foods. And I'm not a CBD kind of person, whatever. I used it on my, I'm getting ahead of myself. Anyway, whoever bought this for me, thank you, because it's actually helped quite a ton. It's just CBD Body Balm, BALM, and it's from Whole Foods. Oh, my fingers, Jesus Christ. Sorry, using the Lord's name in vain when it's close to Christmas. So started being like crazy cold, then I had the fever. I don't even remember all the other things right now. My body temperature is still not super regulated. It's much better. Apparently I feel clammy, which I didn't know I did. I did go to PT yesterday and I told her what was going on for me, but, I didn't want to overdo as a muscular aspect for physical therapy, but yesterday I woke up and this section, like my boobs are sore today, and I'm actually happy that my boobs are sore because I'm like, oh, normalcy, my boobs are sore again, my foobs, whatever. So yesterday I woke up and this whole, like, if you take like one big circle, which weirdly I feel like I've drawn this circle before for these vlogs. I had a circle on my left side. I don't know if this is reversed. This is my left side. My left side is my good side, usually. My right side is the one that always has the drama because of my shoulder. Which, on a side note, my shoulder, I was yay for Blue Cross and yay for my doctors and whatever, but I am going to see an orthopedic surgeon for my shoulder. They are going to do an MRI to see what's going on with the shoulder. They don't even want to wait. They're like, do you want to schedule the MRI now? And I'm like, can I just get through freaking Christmas and then I'll do the MRI so that I can continue physical therapy, but like close out the physical therapy for this, for the pectoral stuff, and switch over to like, because this part is like, oh, you know, not okay, but it's getting better and it's just whatever. But, and switch over to the physical therapy for my shoulder because I still, you know, I'm not even going to go there. I'm in so much pain. I don't need to show you what I can hardly do. But anyway, the pain that I have on my right side is like all here and my range of motion just is not there. So anyway, that's the physical therapy part. I don't know why I'm keeping my computer on right now. I don't know. Hopefully there's no glare. So I went to physical therapy, yesterday because on my left side, I woke up in the morning and there was a circle like on my neck, and I have fantastic neck pillows, by the way, on like my neck, not so much my shoulder, but like my collarbone, which was weird. Like my clavicle right here was like super, super, like it was tight. It hurt so bad. So I put on, I have this like peppermint, like essential oil kind of thing that soothes when you have like achy muscles. So I started with that and like, that just did not cut it. And then I switched over to Tiger Balm, and the Tiger Balm, it helped because it felt cooler because it's got the, like the menthol in it, but the Tiger Balm wasn't really working either. So I thought, like, you know, going to PT, maybe she could do something to see what the fuck is going on here. And it was only on the one side. It wasn't on my right side. Well, it was on my right side yesterday night. So it seems like with the Zometa, whatever the hell it's doing to my bones, or just maybe it's just a shock to my bones to have this stuff in my system. I'm a very sensitive person. I've been told that many times, and that has its pros and cons because I'm very empathetic. Physically, it means that like I just tend to react to things more than the average Joe, which kind of sucks. I mean, it's good in the fact that like, you know, I can take a small amount of something and it has a big impact, like even with the Tylenol, but at this point Tylenol is like nothing. Anyway, it seems like as the Zometa is going through my body, because I guess it still is after a week, and I have read online that the side effects could last 24 hours. They told me 24 hours. Clearly, for anything, that's not true. They could last 2 to 3 days. And it said some symptoms could last for, you know, a couple of weeks. And I'm like, weeks? That's crazy, you know? Well, we're going on a week here. So, and I'm thinking that, I honestly can't think of 1 ounce of my body that has not been affected by the Zometa. So I'll walk you through that. All right, so where to start? Time-wise, I don't remember, but where did it start? Like, I know it was after the fever broke and the chills kind of eased up. I know I was like crazy, crazy achy while I had the fever, but if you have flu-like symptoms, you're going to be achy anyway. So I just figured that was like, you know, part and parcel. But it was super achy, like, you know, like it was hard for me to walk over to the bathroom. I was dizzy. I'm not dizzy anymore. I guess that's a good thing. I noticed that I'm not, yesterday, I think was the first full day that I wasn't dizzy at all. Like walking to the bathroom, I'd have to like, you know, just keep an eye on where the wall was because I'd be like, whoa, and just need to hold on to the wall needless to say, I've been working from home and working in drips and drabs, but still getting stuff done. And I think I worked a little bit too much yesterday. So after the overall achiness, the main achiness was in my hips. I got super bloaty, I guess, which makes sense because I'm supposed to have my period, but when I had my first Lupron, like I haven't had a period since then, and I know with the Lupron injection, it's still like my body is fighting, you know, it wants to have a period, but the Lupron is making it not have a period. So it makes sense to me that my abdominal region is kind of like totally out of whack. I'm not so much worried about the weight gain right now. I mean, yes, it's not ideal, but what am I going to do? I don't really care. It's not something like unhealthy. I have bigger fish to fry right now. I just wear more sweatpants. So it was in my hips. Yeah, my abdominal region got like, you know, just not my typical bloated, but it was definitely like bigger and stuff going on and just shaped bizarrely. And then I got all paranoid that like, why is my left side indented and my right side isn't? Like, do I have cancer down there too? You know, I'm sure it will take time to get over. Oh, I'm having a hot flash. So that actually makes me happy now because because it's like normal for me to have hot flashes. So much shit, man. Oh my God, am I resilient? So it was in my hips, in my abdominal region. I was having pain in my lower left abdomen that stopped yesterday. I think that is not related to the Zometa. I think that's related to the Lupron, because again, it makes sense. My ovaries are fighting, and there's something between like my two ovaries as to like one works harder than the other and just does more stuff. I don't remember why I even know that. I don't know. Maybe during an ultrasound or something, like one was bigger than the other. I don't know. But it seems like whenever there's a period issue going on, it's on the left side. You know, of course I thought like, do I have appendicitis? Like, no, because that's the wrong side. You know, is it a kidney stone? I know what those feel like. But no, if it was a kidney stone, I would know. Like, that's not like a crampy feeling. That's like someone's taking a dagger and jabbing it into your body and going like, tweet, tweet, tweet. And ironically, I'm supposed to have an appointment in Boston today with my endocrinologist. There's no way I can friggin' drive, period. Let alone drive into Boston. I can't do that. I can't grip. So just fast forward quick. I can't grip today. I can't. My finger, I'll get there. Anyway, I can't grip. So I'm not driving anywhere today. The endocrinologist thing is going to have to wait. The kidney stone thing's been under control. So I'm not super concerned. And I know the Zometa is good for that too, that it will keep you from having kidney stones because it's keeping the calcium in your bones and it's not flooding your blood with calcium. I get all the positive things of why it's important to have Zometa. Anyway, so started in my hip region. I don't remember it really being in my quads, but part of my PT is that I'm doing these pretty intense for me stretches with my quads. So I feel like maybe because I've been doing that, it's not, it wasn't affected there at all. But my feet, I remember vlogging before, I was having like a lot of foot cramps. And if you ever had a foot cramp, holy fuck, that shit hurts. Like your toes get all funky ass weird. They're like, it's like disgusting looking. And I've had them like once in a blue moon, like ever throughout my life. And I usually just like massage it out and then it's fine. That just happened as I got older. But this was happening like 5 times in a day. And I'm like, what the hell is happening? On my right and my left foot. I have injury on my right foot, so it wouldn't surprise me if I had, you know, weird cramping or something just based on, you know, chronic injury that I've had. I've never broken that foot, but I've torn a whole shit ton of ligaments in there for fun stories over a beer sometime. Anyway, I was having the cramps on both feet, to the point where like I couldn't stand up. So I know that you're supposed to massage it, even though it hurts like holy shit when it happens. So I saw this laying out and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna, I took this. You're not supposed to use a lot of it, but I took this and while I wasn't having the cramp, massaged it into my feet, and then I put the socks on just to keep it like all, in, so it wouldn't like rub off on the carpet or whatever as I'm walking. That's helped a ton, and it seems like it's eased up with my feet. So what's the next extremity? So after that, it was my head, and I get headaches anyway. Partly because of the FMD, but I don't get them very frequently really with FMD. And the headaches are like at the very top of my head, which makes me think, why am I wearing this? Because it's just pressure on my head. So Rudolph is going to need to hold off. And I know that my arm is better, by the way, even the fact that I can turn, even I'm in a twisty chair, but I wasn't able to do this yesterday without being in like super pain. So it just seems like it's moving throughout my body. It like started in the middle, made its way down, and then I started getting headaches. Had coffee, which I know will then, like with caffeine, which I know will then affect my blood pressure, but you gotta choose your battles, for a couple days, like whatever. Meditated. Made sure to meditate quite a bit, because that always helps with like headaches and just calming my body down. What else? The headaches. Oh, so then this crap started yesterday, and when I went to PT, she felt around and she's like, oh my God. She was like, yeah, like it's crazy tight. And she's like, it's a little bit tight on this side, which I didn't feel it yet, but I did feel later on the day yesterday that it was on this side. Not as bad. And it's just kind of like I woke up this morning and obviously I can do this and it's a little sore. I don't want to touch it. It's a little sore, but not anything that's like keeping me from doing anything. By the end of the day yesterday, I had worked longer than I should have worked, more than my typical work day, just because shit had to get done. But by the end of the day, like my arms, I felt like an orangutan. Like I just had, like my arm, I just want to like walk around like just dragging my arms around because they were just so damn heavy and used. And like I couldn't do anything. And having like the blood flow, like I'm sitting on my chair right now and my arms just hang to the side. And like the pressure of just having like gravity pushed down on your shoulders and have the blood rush to your hands, like felt so good to just have the relief off of what I was feeling like in here. So that was yesterday. And then this morning, so I changed my sleep setup because I wanted to make sure, so she, and at PT yesterday, she, I look like such a mess. She put an ice pack around my shoulder, which, my right shoulder, my bad one, which she does, like, periodically usually when I'm there, before I leave. And then she also put an ice pack on this area to calm this down. Not on my boobs, because you're not supposed to have ice or heating pads on your boobs. Because it's numb and plus you can like do damage to them. So it was only up here, like around my clavicle. And yeah, so like last night I was like this. I fell asleep at oh God, I went to bed at like 8. I just couldn't take it anymore. Like 8 o'clock, I'm like, I'm done. I'm toast. I ordered Burger King. Like I never get like, I've had fast food like 3 days in a row. So that plus the coffee, I'm like super healthy with my diet right now, but like whatever. It will pass. It will pass. I know it will pass. I'm just sharing so that way if you have your Zometa infusion, and you're like, why do I still feel funky? Like you're not the only one. And I know that you're seeing me like this now, being all sarcastic and like cutesy with my antler earrings on, but like when my son, I told him to take the bus to school today because I needed my car to drive to Boston, and I hear him leave and I'm like, I can't drive. I'm like, just take my car. And he's like, what? Take my car? And then he came back in and went to give me a hug and I just cried it out. I'm sick of needing to cry it out. I know, like, it's for the greater good. oh, I'll get into the big picture in a second, but let me finish with this. So I set up my bed last night so my neck would be supported. Like I'm even using like my disposable coffee cups because because mugs are just too heavy. I can't like do a mug right now. It's just too heavy and I don't want to drop it. Even with this, I feel like I have to hold it with two hands because I'm holding it like this because my hands just can't grip and I don't want to drop my coffee everywhere. So I rearranged my bed last night. I put my husband, the pillow, not a person. I don't have one. Not now. Sorry. I put my pillow husband on my bed. I wish I had a better word for that instead of a husband. Which is funny because like they call it a husband. Like, I don't know. How many husbands out there actually have you sit that way? Oh, maybe I'm giddy from the Motrin because I never take Motrin. I don't know. I don't take meds a lot. Oh my God, that's the biggest understatement of the year. I don't take meds a lot. I've never taken more meds than I have in the past, like, freaking 365 goddamn days. But typically, I don't take meds a lot. So when I take something like Motrin, or maybe I'm just becoming delirious at this point, or maybe it's the CBD Bomb. I don't know. My patience is just like, oh my God, like what next? So my pillow had a shape like a U. My funny thing I was saying was like the pillow is shaped like this and then it comes out to the side. Like I assume that like if you have a supportive, comfy, cozy husband, you know, he would be like sleeping or like sitting that way and you'd be behind him and he'd be like your pillow. But how often does it actually happen to have a pillow named after that experience? I'd have to look at it at some point. That's just a random thought. Maybe I'm just still bitter for my own divorce. I don't know. Not really. Anyway. Anywho. So, that pillow I put on my bed and I put my, my Brookstone like good pillow, but good neck pillow above it, and that helped out dramatically. I wonder if it helps shut this off. I don't want to have glare on me. That helped out dramatically with my neck, or maybe just like the Zometa stuff just got better. Although I feel like this is giving me a nice light. Anyway, my hands are all super tingly. I'm just getting distracted. So I feel like I slept pretty well. I woke up at 2, I think. I took Tylenol last night before bed. Fell asleep crying, which sucks. Just because I was in pain. Woke up at like 2. I was sweating. Night sweats, like whatever. Those are tolerable. They're just annoying. It makes me frustrated because like I changed the tamoxifen timing to not have that happen, and it's still happening. And I know it's 9 o'clock. That's my computer. Remind me to get up every hour and move around. But anyway, what was I just saying? I got distracted with this stupid computer because I have to call the endocrinologist to change the appointment or to make it into a Zoom at 9 or 9:15. I can't even do that. It hurts. So where was I? Pillow. Just I need to like just shut this down. I don't even know how to do that. Anyway, I'm getting overloaded. Like I'm having reminders go off on my laptop. I'm having my cuckoo clock go off, and it's like, oh my God, just like shut up. I'm just tired of all this bullshit, man. All right, so I'm gonna close my laptop, even though that really hurts. Ow. Or it's actually still gonna go off. I have to mute. Okay, so where was I? Woke up, hot flashes, whatever. I turned on my side at like 4 a.m. I got up, and I've pretty much been up since 4 a.m. I want to just move this reminder over. I've pretty much been up since 4 a.m. Because of my pinkies. So I woke up and I noticed that my pinky, I don't know if you can, how well you can see, like, I can put my pinkies to my, that hurts. It's been progressing since 4, but my pinky is what started all of it. I have a light and I just can't adjust it, but it's swollen and it's not straight. It's kind of a weird curve. It feels like if you've ever broken a finger, like this one in particular, it's almost like it's bruised. And it seems like it's starting to affect my other fingers now too, which is why I'm up early, working early while I have some functionality here. Who knows what the hell's going to happen for the rest of the day. But my pinkies is where I noticed at first that like they look curved, and they're super swollen. They're swollen like when you break a finger swollen. Not painful, but if I go to make a fist, like, well, with my pinkies, like I can get to like here, and then it hurts and I can't. My other fingers, like, I can move them to about here and they start getting tingly. So I'm not driving anywhere today. Which is frustrating because it's the Tuesday before Christmas. Like, I was supposed to go out, and I don't want to say what I was going to buy because it was going to be a surprise for my kids. And I was supposed to do that myself today, which is why I told my son to take the bus to school. Oh, it makes me so angry. Because, like, I want to go out there and buy stuff and be all Christmassy and in the store, listen to the music and all their stuff. And it's like, I can't. Ugh. And I'm grateful for my angel friends. So grateful. Because the thing that I wanted to buy, I put on my SOS list, and it makes me mad that I have to go back to my SOS list, which I created on Facebook Messenger a while ago when I couldn't keep track of who would say, oh, if you need something, just reach out. I can't remember who to reach out to. It was just overwhelming. So I created a group in Facebook, and I said, like, if you want, you know, I can add you to that list, because I won't remember who said they can do X, Y, or Z. I just won't know. So, like, if I have everyone in one spot, and I say, SOS, help, like, I need this. And then whoever can do it, and if you don't, that's fine. But it's like, you know, my most accessible, like, one-stop shop to get the help that I need. And you know, wait, hold on, I had to do the math. What's today's date? Oh, it hurts to put my glasses on. Yesterday was 4 months post-op. Today's the solstice, I think. Is today the first day of winter? Anyway, it's December 21st. Oh, I have to finish up. My hands just feel so fucking funky right now. So I can't grip. I don't keep Motrin in the house because I'm not supposed to take ibuprofen. For those of you watching that have FMD, at least, like, again, not a doctor, don't want to give advice. What I've been told for me is my FMD is pretty under control. In general, when you're on Bayer, you're not supposed to take ibuprofen because it's a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory. You can't take that if you're on Bayer. But, like, in a pinch, if you needed to, you can. Just, like, don't take it for extended periods of time because it causes, like, stomach bleeding and all other bad things. So when I take Motrin, and as for Motrin, like, shit's getting real. And Barb dropped off Motrin today on her way to work, so I took 2. And I said, you know, can I have like 2 more for later? And she gave me the whole thing, and I'm like, okay. But I need to call oncology, which I will after I meditate, and tell them what the hell's been going on. I've sent them messages twice. And the first one about the rash that I had, which I forgot to mention. I mean, I did mention in my other vlogs, but didn't mention now. As I'm looking, you can't see. As I'm looking on my belly, it's not as bad. I don't know what it looks like on the sides, and I can't even like pull at the waistband of my pants. But it's not as bad. It's just like a little bumpy. Don't know what that's about. It's just there. I noticed that the first day I had the Zometa too. It was weird. Almost like the first day was almost like I would have, and I can't see that close because it's my own belly, but it's almost like I had like blackheads on my belly, which I know sounds gross. Yeah, I'm single. Oh God. Anyway, yeah, that's what it looked like. It didn't look like hives, so I wasn't like super concerned, and it wasn't itchy. It's just like, you know, when you have something weird like that, like skin-wise, just rubbing up against stuff was irritating it. I've only scratched at it like 3 times, so it's not like super itchy. And like I tried, like, you know, after I showered, I'm like, I don't know. Do you do peels on your stomach? Like, I don't know. But anyway, I didn't do a peel. And weirdly, the right side of my stomach, from like belly button up to like foobs, the right side's pretty much fine. The left side, I still have some things on there. But that's what it looks like. It looks like my hair follicles are just like darker, which is weird. But it was spreading after like a day. I didn't know what the hell that's about. But I told the oncologist, I sent pictures the first time I had the rash because I was worried if it was something that was an allergic reaction. And then I sent a second thing after a couple of days later, like, here are my newest symptoms, and, you know, they're side effects, or not symptoms, they're side effects, and like, whatever. But now it's to the point that if something else pops up, I can't deal. I really can't. And I am a very strong person. I have very high thresholds for pain. But I've had enough. I've had fucking enough. I've had enough. Totally had enough. So I need to call oncology, which I'm just not in a mental health space right now to do that because I'm mad. To have to fucking call oncology and go through all this stuff. I'll share it with you for the greater good if you're, you know, going through this. And again, I just want to be helpful for people that are like, oh, I'm on Zometa, what can I expect? Hopefully you don't have this shit. But if you do, you're not the only one. So yeah, I have to get over my anger before I call them. Because I can't do anything right now anyway, because I'm, you know, I took the Motrin, so that'll be 6 hours. And actually, I have no idea what time I've been at the Motrin. No clue. I think it was 8. I'll ask Barb. So I took the CBD bomb, and I was nervous about putting it on my hands because I'm like, I don't want to not be able to, I don't know what it's going to do to my hands, and I don't want to not be able to use my hands. But the pain was just too bad. It was too much, and I couldn't stand it. So I took, you know, you don't use a lot. It's a very thick bomb. It's actually kind of hard to even scrape out. Doesn't smell like anything. My nose has been stuffy, but that's just because of my son had a stuffy nose. His COVID test came back negative. No one has COVID. Everyone just has stuffy noses and stuff in his school. Well, no, I've heard a lot of teachers are getting COVID at his school now. That are vaccinated too. Anyway, I put the CBD stuff on my fingers, which really hurt to put it on my fingers because like I wanted to like rub it, whatever. But as I'm doing that, like I focus on my pinkies, and I did my finger, like my digits of my fingers, because it seems like it's an extremity thing. It's not like my hand. It's not here. It's my, like, I can't even point for freaking, it's my digits of my fingers up to about here. My palms are, I can do this. Like, this is fine. And my thumbs, no, here we go. No, my right thumb is getting tight. I'm so over this. But like literally that's, as far as I can see, that's every part of my fucking body. So like, I would hope this is it, because where else is it going to go? I don't have any other extremities for it to go that I'm aware of. My tongue, the tip of my tongue. Who the hell knows? I don't know. But I don't eat my tongue to like do work, and I need it to eat. And it makes, so personally what makes me frustrated is that like it's right before Christmas. I just said that. But like my tree is up, and it's pre-lit, which is nice. I have the garland around it, which I could only partially do. My son did the rest because he's tall and can reach, and that was awesome. And then next to my tree is the box of ornaments that I've been looking at for 3 days. And I hate that it's December 21st and my tree is not up yet. I'm not a put your tree up on Thanksgiving kind of person. But by the first week of December, like, I'd like it up. And that's just not going to happen this year. So now I'll switch into my big picture. That Christmas is not about putting the ornaments on the tree. Like Charlie Brown, you know, it's not about all that. And what was sweet this morning was to hear that from my child. Parenting win. When I said to him, like, I have all my Amazon packages coming, and I'm like, I don't know how the hell I'm going to wrap them. Because I don't know how I'm going to wrap them. And like, I like to wrap them, and you know, they look all pretty, so when my kids wake up, even though they're 17 and 20, like they'll wake up and come on out and see all the pretty, you know, gifts under the tree. Like, that's partly for me. Like, I want that for them. I want that for me. As a single person, I always like go out and buy, or not always, I learned this later on, but to go out and buy stuff for myself as a gift. Do that early on, and then wrap it, and then like almost forget what you got for yourself. And then when you open it Christmas, I'm like, oh yeah, I bought that for myself. Merry Christmas. I don't think that's sad. I think it's actually pretty practical because you always get what you want. Anyway, it makes me like upset that like I mean, it could be fine tomorrow. Christmas is not tomorrow. I have to focus that Christmas is on Saturday. Today's only Tuesday. And this could be gone tomorrow. The mind over matter stuff, I tried that for the Zometa thing. I really did. I remember, like I said on the last vlog too, like when I was watching the infusion, I'm watching them put like drip, 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 and I'm watching the shit go into my hand. And I'm looking at it like, this stuff is here to help me. This stuff is here to help me. You know, when I'm 80 and my friends are all hunched over, you know, with like osteoporosis, I'm going to be like straight up and be like, woohoo, let's go kickboxing. You know, I'm looking at the greater good. When I was a kid, like, I think it back like when I was like in 6th grade or so, like I was a little bit heavy, you know, had my glasses, which you could probably tell by now are pretty high prescription, but like, you know, back in the 80s, they were like super thick. They didn't have the technology to make them thinner. I was not the most, aesthetically pleasing looking 6th grader. But I was a late bloomer. And then when I did bloom, like finally, when I was like, I don't know, 17 or so, it's like, you know, woo, I look good. And I feel like that's kind of where I am now. I feel like these stupid notifications keep coming up. I feel like, and this is my positivity way to end this, that yes, this sucks now. And it's getting better. I don't have the fever anymore. I don't have the chills anymore. I didn't need to sleep with mittens on for the first time yesterday. I slept with regular blankets yesterday. So it's getting better. I'm not going to say, no, I won't have the Zometa for the second time in 6 months from now. I won't do that. I'll give it a shot for the second time. See what happens. Pray that my, you know, whatever side effects are worse the first time. And if, you know, they're worse the second time, then I'll have a bigger decision to make as to whether I want to continue with it or not. But I look at the big picture of, you know, long term, I'd like to make sure I don't have kidney stones. I'd like to make sure my bones are strong. I'd like to make sure that my cancer does not come back. And, you know, when you look at the big picture, like dealing with achy hands for a couple days versus having cancer, you know, of course I'm going to fucking just suck it up and deal with this shit. And be happy that I know now that, like, there are a million ways to use a keyboard on a phone or a computer without needing to type, which is awesome. I use speech to text a lot. I use audio messages a ton. On my MacBook, I learned, like, turn dictation on, hit the function key, boop, boop, twice, and then you just talk, and it's like speech to text. And it's pretty accurate. It could be worse. I guess this is the part where everyone says, you're so inspirational, Jen. Okay, fine. Here's my inspirational. I'll wear my antler earrings to, like, cheer myself up. I'll learn from my, you know, experiences of, you know, wearing cotton so, like, it doesn't irritate the rash, and asking for help when I need it. Getting over myself with, like, going back to my scrunchie, and, like, I want to go back. Remember those vlogs where my hair was flat ironed and it looks so pretty? Yeah, I haven't done that in a while. It's not about my hair. It's not about my hair. I don't need to look aesthetically pleasing right now. I need to focus on my overall health right now. And even with the Christmas thing, you know, my son said to me, it's not about, you know, having wrap presents under the tree. He's like, that's not what Christmas is about. To hear that from your kid, Jesus, man, to hear that from your kid means the world to me. And yes, it's not about that. And yes, I feel better. Like, yes, for the kids and also for me. You know, I'm very into holidays and birthdays and stuff. I like to do it up. And it bugs me when all that stuff can't be done. It bugs me that the lights aren't up outside yet. Although my older son said he would do that today or tomorrow. You know, the ornaments, if they get put up, whatever, we'll figure it out. But it's not on timetable because right now, like, this is what my hands can do. They're like tingly. It's a myalgia. And I can't even imagine what it's like for people that have fibromyalgia that are just in chronic pain like this, like all the time. I can't even imagine what that's like. And if this is like my thing to reach out to my loved ones that I know have fibromyalgia, and it's like, what the fuck do you do? Like, oh my God, to live like this, like all the time, you know? But I guess anyone would think that way about something. You know, people can look at me that way, like, oh my God, how does Jen do this? Whatever. You know, you look at life differently, and you figure shit out. I truly believe there's bigger and better things, like, down the road. I do. I always said that 15, even before all this shit happened. Oh, I'm going long today. I always said, this is like my therapy session. I always said, like, even before all this stuff happened, that 50 was not going to be my year. Like, it's not like my big year would be 50. Decade milestones just don't really seem to be working out for me. Except that I did have my son. Well, no, I was 29 when I had my oldest. I wasn't 30 yet, but I kept saying, I think 52 is going to be my year. I don't know why 52. Like, my gut just says 52 will be my year. I don't know. Wow, even this, I just touched this. That fucking hurts. What the hell? Damn annoying. All right, I need to call, yeah, that's my bigger picture thing. It's not all about all this stuff. Like, these are little things. These are little blips. These are blips, and I have a lot of blips. And what's ironic is that someone who I respect very much, sent me an invite to a masterclass thing that's happening next week about writing a book. Clearly, I'm not writing a book today. I can't even read a book today. Well, I can't grab it, but I've been trying to read Seth Rogen's, somebody sent me Seth Rogen's autobiography. I've been trying to read it since, when did it start? I don't even remember. Either when I had COVID or when I got the cancer. I don't even remember. I think when I had cancer, she sent it to me. And I've been trying to read it all this time, and I just can't. I'm not enjoying it, honestly. But I don't want to not finish the book. I don't know why I just brought that up. Anyway. Oh, about writing a book. That's what it was. Yeah. So, so someone sent me an invite to this masterclass about writing books. And I'm like, maybe this is a sign that that's what I'm going to be doing, is writing a book. Just not today. Today, I just need to get through using that function key. I can tap. I can't really type, but I can tap. So today will be a good day to get caught up on stuff that requires reading. And not using my hands, which blows, but will not last. So yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do about wrapping presents, but like, it's Tuesday. It's not Sunday. And that's what I have to remember. It is not Christmas yet. It is the 21st. And something will get figured out. Because I remember like when I was having the surgery and nobody was coming to stay with me, I'm like, how do I get home from surgery, from having my boobs removed? And there's no one here. But I figured it out. And angels step up to help. And learned a lot of life lessons. And I think my expectations of myself have gone down a lot. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in a more nurturing way, that I used to be a very, very, very tough critic on myself. And then I got this ring, which I think I've shown you before. I'm clearly not wearing it now. I got this ring that says, I am enough. And I wore it yesterday. I wore it a couple of times throughout this past week. That like, you know what I can do today is going to need to be enough. Because it's the 100% of what I have today. And tomorrow I'll be able to give whatever that 100% is. In the past, I've given 200% and run myself ragged. And I can't do that. And I know, like, to toot my horn, my 100% is usually other people's 200%. So I don't feel bad about giving, like, you know, whatever percent I have to give, because that's just what I can do today. And tomorrow's a new day, and let's see what happens tomorrow. The perk about this being with my hands is that I can ice my hands, which I have been running ice cold water over my hands. Right now, I'm just letting the CBD Bomb do their thing. But at least it's in my hands that I can do something about it and put it in like a bowl of like ice water or something to help with the pain, or at least with the swelling and stuff. I'm actually having a hard time straightening them out. So I need to stop. God, look how swollen. Do you see how swollen that is? Here, if I go like that, it's so swollen. Like, God. All right, I need to make some phone calls and yeah, whatever. So what is this, day 6 on Zometa? Yeah, that's where I am. Hope tomorrow's a better day. Bye.